Oh,
Good
it says,
morning. Good
oh,
afternoon.
good
Hello.
afternoon. It says the meeting is live now. That went really fast for a change. Normally there was this pause. Good evening, Sunday evening of a long weekend here in British Columbia, and I think across Canada, different place. Kathy, do you know if other places across Canada, is it their long weekends too?
Lots of places, not the whole country, but most.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm in my own little bubble here in British Columbia doing my kindness adventures.
In fact, no, I don't have it listed here. I have it listed somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's most of the provinces. Yep.
Yep. So we're in the middle, and kindness doesn't stop in the middle of a statutory holiday.
Heavens, no, it does not.
No, it does not. So we are on week 10 of the Kindness Adventures using Leon Logothetis' book.
Yep.
Be Kind. Not a sponsor, not affiliate, just a really good friend of ours. Yes, yep. Just a really good friend of ours. And just a sec. Ooh, it looks like my laptop is gonna. Okay, I'll be right back, Kathy. My laptop is gonna die.
So Jeanette's having technical difficulties because she needs to plug it in because the power is failing, and she's going to lose us. So let's hope she comes back. We started this week. I did adventure number 9, and adventure number 9 is really cool. And I think we're still alive.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, good. So I did adventure number 9, and basically there's this voice coming from within. What's interesting with adventure number 9, and I think Jeanette, you did it as well, it was basically turn your back on the world, and the world turns its back on you. Care for the world, and the world will care for you. A really powerful chapter, and I did the exercise, and it made me feel horrible. I am not in this space at all. Like I don't feel alone very often ever in my life. I'm very blessed with what I surround myself with. And I think it's because not only my teaching profession, because I actually seek out students that are alone, and I take them and I find other people that have common interests, other students that have common interests, to make sure that they've got somebody to hang out with. Because there's nothing worse than eating lunch alone in the hallway.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
So I look for that all the time. But I thought it was really kind of cool that he kind of takes it to a point, and I won't share the exercise with you guys because it's something that you really want to do on your own, and you need to experience. It's a very personal experience that he takes you through. But I love this statement. It's pretty much the reason for everything bad in the world: war, violence, greed, and anger. And they aren't caused by evil. They're caused by isolation, loneliness, fear, and pain. Isn't that the truth? When you think about all the million of examples in the world of war and violence and anger and greed, it's usually something's going on with a person's life. And again, as a teacher, I look for that all the time. There's a reason why a student is acting out, or why my kid, my teenager, is acting out. And it's when you turn around and actually pay attention and just say, hey, I care. I just watched it on the Olympics right now on the reruns. The 2 people had a collision on the 400 meter race. And they were both, neither of them bumped each other or anything. They just both tripped, and they both came over the finish line together. Disqualified, but came over together. And, the world coming together. I can't think of a better example, Yeah. So I'll just read the bottom quote here. When I turn my back on the world, I can no longer feel. When the world turns its back on me, I feel alone. When I turn around and say, I care about you, I realize the world cares about me too. I fix the world a little bit, and I get to fix me too. I love that. So he gives you a little box to draw, and I just wrote some examples, and I could do a whole book of examples on this. But student in the hallway, one of my best friends, Catherine, I was the one that picked on her in grade 6. I felt so horrible, and we're best friends to this day. And she was so alone through most of her schooling. Because she was incredibly bright and people were jealous, right? And I can't think of another example. We've all been coming through this pandemic, and now we're looking at maybe wave 4, which kind of kind of freaks me out. And now we've lost her, and I'm a host now. So hopefully we're still live. I have no idea. So yeah. So coming through this pandemic, I think, oh, we are still live. Coming through this pandemic is a really, really big, great example on how many people have been left alone. My husband's grandfather is agoraphobic, and I have to wonder how many people are agoraphobic now through this pandemic and feeling completely and utterly alone in the world. And it really is, reach out and care about another person and tell them that you care. You know, put yourself in that other person's shoes and feel that loneliness that they may feel. And I know my mother-in-law, she was alone for months. So we've made an effort to make sure we at least call, because we were in a precarious situation, didn't want to expose her to COVID. So that's lonely. When you live by yourself and there's no one there with you in the same house, that's a lonely time. So reach out, pay attention to what's going on. Try not to get wrapped up in your own world. I'm just babbling now, Jeanette, because you keep popping in and out on me. So
Oh, the kindness.
That's sort of my message for chapter 9. So before you leave us again, Jeanette, what chapter did you work on?
I thank you for waiting for me as my technology kind of went in and out. I got it on my screen that my computer was not cooling properly, and it shut itself down. And I know we're going through a bit of a heat wave here in the west coast of Canada. I guess my laptop is experiencing it as well. So thank you, Kathy, for your kindness and waiting for me as my.
I think she's going to be going in and out quite a bit because now she's freezing. So maybe we're going to stop this call, this live, and Jeanette's going to share in the chat which chapter she worked on. And I challenge everybody this week to perhaps work on your caring piece and kindness piece. Who can you reach out, even a complete stranger? And I know it's similar to what last week's challenge was, but let's just seek out where you can give some kindness to another human being so that they're not feeling so alone this week. So I'm going to sign off now, and that will end the live, Facebook Live. And I hope you're all doing well. Talk to you soon. Bye. See you next Thursday. Yes, we have a special guest next Thursday. Looking forward to it. Have a good night.
Hello, everyone. It is Jeanette, the other co-founder of the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit for Kindness Adventures Week 10, Part 2. Oh my gosh, I am so grateful for the kindness of others right now. I am at my office. I'm on somebody else's laptop. I'm on somebody else's Wi-Fi. In order for me to do these kindness adventure week 10. I lost my laptop, died yesterday. I thought it was, it ran out of power, but it truly ran out of power. And I plugged it in, it would turn on and then would turn off. So there's been a succession of an amazing kindness that have come to me from people in my sphere of connection. So I am so incredibly grateful that I'm able to come to you with part 2 of the Kindness Adventures week 10 from my adventure. Kathy wrapped up hers, and oh my gosh, hers was just so powerful yesterday about having to turn your back on kindness. And when she was talking, I just thought of all the imagery of people with their backs turned away from each other, and how can you see from that perspective and from that vantage point? We lead with our heart, we see, we smell, taste, and move forward in this life. And from an avenue or from facing each other, we're able to feel that and feel each other's emotions, and then figure out what motion we need to take in kindness, compassion, integrity, humor, in order to move forward in the kindness of strangers and others in the world. So Of course, we're using Leon Logothetis' book, Will Be Kind, not an affiliate, not a sponsor, but just a great friend. And we received these as a gift from him back about 3 months ago. And of course, he was a guest here on the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit, Thankful Thursday. And Kathy is going through the book chronological, and I'm going through the book and picking out different adventures because my life tends to be a lot random. Thus my computer breaking down and me having to find yet a solution to come and do this Kindness Adventure Week 10 for you. And my adventure that I chose was adventure number 18. And it says, share the music. I love music. It doesn't make me feel special. It just makes me feel human. So he talks about that special song that is unique to you, that you can go back to time and time again to give you a sense of, I don't know, purpose, or just brings you joy, or makes you want to throw your hands in the air, or like you just don't care. And he shares a story about when he went to Poland and walking around and seeing an older woman playing a violin, and the music was from The Godfather, and it just spoke to him. And he asked us, what is your song? You know, the one that makes you feel like it was written for you, that reminds me of who you are. Yeah, that song, your soul song, got it great, write it down. And mine, guys, is backwards to you, but This Is Me, but the soundtrack from The Greatest Showman. It's track number 7 on my DVD. Yes, I do. I'm not DVD, CD. I own it. It's in my car. I have played that CD so many times. Just about every single one of those songs speak to my heart. But it's This Is Me, and I crank that song. I've got a good stereo system in my Honda Element, and everybody around me gets to hear that song because I play it really, really loud, and it speaks to my heart. It speaks to you. This is me. This is where I am. I'm not living in the shadows anymore. We're coming out with kindness and gratitude and appreciation and love and acceptance. So part of the next task that he asked us was to send that song to someone so they would know what my song was. Well, I kind of tweaked that a little bit, and I went out this past week. I've been in my car listening to a lot of songs. So I wanted to do a little bit of research on other people's Facebook pages when they posted about music. And yesterday, one of our former speakers, Charmaine Hammond, said she was at Ambleside Park and she was listening to a tribute band for Hank Williams. And so I used her experience in her video that she shared, the live that she had, and it says, what are they listening to? Okay, it's their turn. What's their favorite song? Let them think. Can they call you back? It's your turn to listen. So I listened to her video that she posted yesterday and she shared. And this is what I found it said about Charmaine. Charmaine is, she honored her dad in her statement. To me, she has a sense of nostalgia, which is so important. She was present for the music that was being shared and wanted to share it out with the world. And she shared with her a part of herself. Her hubby was there with her, and they were truly enjoying the music. So I would say I learned about Charmaine yesterday, how she likes Hank Williams. And I have to tell you, I like Hank Williams too. I grew up with that. So I think we're from the same generation. So my encouragement to you is listen to that song. If it's in your car, at home, oh, my hair is going crazy today. Just turn the volume up. Turn the volume up. If somebody doesn't want to hear it, they'll plug your ears. But you could change somebody's day by the beats, by the words, by the song. So that's my share your song, put your hands in the air like you just don't care, and share with the world some music this coming week. So I will be back with Kathy on Thursday at 7:15 for Thankful Thursday Reflections. And boy, have we got a really interesting couple of guests coming up in this next month, all leading up to October 1st and 2nd, our summit. Okay, guys, so thank you for tuning in for Kindness Adventures Week 10, Part 2, where I'm back. Bye-bye, everybody.